back to the episode and happy New Year's
Happy New
and happy
Year's, y'all.
2024 for you guys and hope your guys' holidays was well. So
Mine was fun.
it was fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
and it was
birthday
also my
was
birthday, so
yesterday. Yeah, Capricorn season.
Capricorn season.
Yeah. All right, so today we'll be discussing the state of Real Housewives of Potomac. So it won't be like our typical episode where we break down each episode, but we'll basically be
Yeah,
discussing what
let's
is
air all the
happening.
frustration out.
Yeah, what is happening with the actual state of Potomac. But we'll do our rating still for today's episode. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this episode?
Maybe a solid 3.
Wow. Not a solid 3.
Honestly, I didn't get nothing from the episode. I don't know.
Wow.
Wasn't stimulating at all. I'm
Mhm.
over and done with the franchise. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Too soon.
Um, for me, honestly, I won't rate it that low, but I'm gonna rate it like maybe double what you rated it. Probably gonna rate it
6.
as
Huh?
6.
That's fair.
Um, yeah, this episode, I don't know what is happening with Potomac this season and
Mhm.
last season, but something about this season is it's just going down. I think it's going down the same path of
Yeah.
Atlanta, but
Yeah.
practically worse. Um,
It's like boring and dry.
yeah.
Boring and
I
dry.
am not excited about what I'm seeing, and even the mid-season trailer seemed a bit lackluster,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know exactly what is really taking place. Do you have any ideas as to what is happening or what is really taking place here?
Like I feel like they just need to shake up the cast members. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the issue. I mean, the fans are tired of seeing the same girls on their TV for what, 8 years now?
8 years, yeah.
It's time for a real change. I feel some of them girls are really boring. They're
So,
like jumping on different beefs, not having their different storylines, not having
mm-hmm.
their own storylines. So it's just all over the place and like I don't know. I'm really not interested in the show anymore.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
what would you think needs, or who? All right, obviously, there needs to be a cast shakeup, but what would you think that needs, or who needs to go, I should
You want
say?
me to throw names out there? So
Yeah.
Ashley can go.
Why would you
Nneka
think
can go.
Ashley needs to go?
Ashley can go. I mean, is there really a storyline? Uh, in the first in the first few she started as being the single mom now with the new house.
Right.
Now with this episode, since we started this episode that I watched today, yeah, I did watch it. Um, it's not about that anymore. It's the whole well, the well, I think the show is also running about the beefs between Wendy and Nick.
Yeah, that
Nobody
is what
has.
I think they're trying to
There's no one else with a
push.
storyline. Maybe
Right.
Karen because she got her birthday thing and all of that. It's a little bit about
But
that.
not even
But every
to me, Karen's storyline is no longer
true.
not really true. It's not really anything. It's like lackluster to me. Don't want
Mm-hmm.
her to go, but she doesn't
Nah,
really bring
nah.
that
I
much
think she got
bring
one more good year in her. One more
probably.
good season.
And for
Gizelle, I'll say okay, she could stay. Maybe one more good season.
right now, let me just be,
Robin can
be
go.
very blunt. So I'm gonna go pretty much person by person.
Mm-hmm.
For Karen, Karen can stay because she is pretty
Yeah.
much the neutral party,
Yeah.
and she basically knows how to somewhat try to bring the group together.
Yeah.
Gizelle, we know Gizelle is not getting fired. She's practically the face of the show. She's the star of the show. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way they're going to actually get rid
Mm-hmm.
of her. And Robin needs to go. From her last season slot
Robin,
that
yeah.
she pulled, and then come back this season and pretty much answering or saying anything, you gotta go.
And just so quick
Ashley,
to throw a tantrum.
yeah,
She like,
Ashley, she's not doing anything. She's like a producer's pet. They tell her to say anything or do anything, and she
Yeah,
pretty much
piggybacking
does.
on everybody's storyline.
Right. So she
That's
pretty
what she
much just
doing.
goes ahead and just go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the next person is Mia.
Me.
Mia can stay because she's very back and forth, which is makes for a good housewife. She says
Yeah, and
stuff, then she apologizes, and she says stuff again, and then now her love life that is going on right now, which would be
you're
great.
right. That's what I
So,
was about to touch on. Given that looks like a juicy storyline going on. And I
right.
mean, this is just my opinion, but maybe this was maybe something going on in the background while she was like parting
Probably.
ways G, but uh, we don't know.
Probably,
But she could
allegedly.
stay. She probably got like two more good seasons in her.
Oh, yeah, probably. And
Candice.
Candice can stay because she brings the uncertainty of what her mouth may say if you cross her, which gives for
Mm-hmm.
a good headline, just like how persons like Kenya on the
Mm.
show because of Kenya's reads and what Kenya may bring.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Candice can stay.
Yeah,
Plus, she
Candice
has
a
something
person
going
on
on. Like,
Potomac.
despite the rumors they try to bring towards her husband, she actually has a music career that she's trying to break. She's trying
Yeah.
to, make flourish. So she can stay because she actually
Yeah.
has something going on. And then the
Three to
next
four more
person,
good seasons.
right, Wendy can stay for a season.
Yeah, one good season. I
She's
mean,
not bad,
I
but
am
I want
getting
to see what she
bored of
brings
her.
because to me, Wendy every season is coming. Every day she comes, every season she comes with a new
I'm kind of
business.
getting her. And like with these I don't know explanation that she been pulling out of her ass recently, talking about this and that, and her
Right.
mom's sick. And it's because of Nick and the attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So she
I love her
has.
though.
No, I love Wendy.
I love her
Nothing
though.
against Wendy.
Yeah,
More against Ashley and Robin. But nothing
yeah.
about against Wendy. But I need to see one more season to see what she brings. Because outside of what happened to her in season 6 with Giselle against her, other than
Mm-hmm.
that, what she really comes with each season is about a new business opportunity, which nothing is wrong with that. But I
Yeah.
need to see a bit deeper into the relationship because when she started the first season, she mostly was talking about the situation between her family and actually
Yeah.
right. So I'm really hoping to see what she actually brings if she was supposed to be brought back for another season. And then the next
Agreed.
person would be is Nika. I won't even pronounce her name correctly because I don't think at this point it really
Necker.
matters.
In the neck of the woods.
You're right.
Necker.
She now needs to go, especially that stunt she
Yeah.
pulled last night with that thumbs down, and then you did your walk, and your work was absolute trash. You need to
Like,
go.
yeah,
You
she need
came
to go back to
on
the
to
drawing table
right. I don't.
and
You
like
said last
think it
time that
over.
oh, you want her another season because you want Giselle. I don't even care
Mm.
about if Giselle or whoever goes against her next season. I just don't even care to see her back on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like she needs to go. She brought nothing this season. She came
She did
on
not. With
nothing.
only just malicious intent,
Right.
talking about she gonna reveal this, reveal that, and she might reveal more. It's just all
And then at
malicious.
that drag show, she there stood
Doing
on
the thumbs
stage
up,
in
it was
her
just too much.
grandma looking church dress
I don't know when she was
and
shaking and shivering.
her foundation that doesn't match. And then she stand on stage, have the
Mm.
nerve to be thumbs down in Wendy, who
Mm-mm.
to me is a better fit than what she's up there doing. And then I'm like, girl,
Wendy
you're
actually did
just trying
good.
so hard to be a pick me, and it's really, really, really not
Yeah.
working. It's not working.
Mm-mm.
So,
I think, yeah.
takeaways from the episode that I saw, which made we're talking about maybe the situation at the dinner with Candice against Ashley when she basically Ashley, as I said, as a producer pet, she got the backstreet to
Mm-hmm.
say bring up
Right.
this. So she brought up the situation between Robin and Candice. Of course, Candice has nothing to say to Ashley because Ashley's just a messy ass bitch. And she pretty much talked about the whole she doesn't understand what made Candice want to bash her friend in the media. of course, being she's been the backbone for the Green Eyed Bandits.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley then says to Candice that the difference between she and Candice is that she says whatever issue she has with the group, while Candice takes it to this to social media. Who cares where she wants to
Who
take it?
cares? No one
Who cares
cares.
at this
No
point?
one cares.
Then Robin says, "What? Because first of all, you said you say to the group, when why don't you talk about Giselle, who whatever issue she has with people, she waits until the camera turns on."
Say to the group, she more like
Thank you.
one on
Robin
ones to make
says
it
that what
messy.
Candice did was unforgivable because she wouldn't go in a public platform and trust someone, which is a total utter rubbish because you have your podcast with Giselle that you
Rubbish.
sit on every day and you trash
Rubbish.
people. And then
You
second of
see,
all, mhm,
they sit apart, they sit and pick apart this beef that they're so-called beef that they're having right now, but they're not seeing
right,
the bigger picture. Robin is not seeing the bigger picture.
right,
Picture that I felt like Candice wanted to see is that it's not that I'm coming at you now, but
hmm,
we're doing this last season. So now that the tables have turned, you gotta just deal with it because I wanted her to deal with it last season.
exactly.
So but they don't get that.
And
But
then we said, Robin is saying what Candice did was unforgivable. I'm like, girl, it's not that fucking serious.
it's
It's
not that
not that
serious.
serious. I'm sure one has done
For her
many more
call you
stuff
a fraud,
towards you
did she say
that
a
you
fraud?
forgive
Was
him
that the
for.
word that she used? She said a fraud in the interview.
Yeah, she called her a
Candice said
fraud, but she was a fucking fraud. You came on the
she was
show,
a fraud.
yeah, it's a fraud. We call it what it is. You
Yeah.
were a fraud. Like, yeah, it hurts to hear it from maybe someone you considered a friend, but at the end of the day, was she lying? You were a fraud.
Yeah.
You were fraudulent. Persons on social
Yeah.
media, when everything came out, were saying that she was fraudulent. So I don't understand how persons know all of a sudden are saying like they don't understand where Candice is getting
Girl.
this from and how could she call Robin a fraud? Like, aren't you were the same persons on social media saying she should be fired after everything came out? Where is
Right.
that speech? All of a sudden now it's about Candice again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
Robin says that no one should use social media to weaponize against someone. I won't even address that because everything she says always comes around to bite her in the ass in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Candice says the line is always moving, which is true.
I agree.
Nika decides to butt her beak into it again. I know her name is
Uh,
Neka, but I'm going to call her Nika. Nika decides to butt her head or beak into it, saying that Candice needs to take accountability. And I'm like, girl, you don't even go here. You were just added to the group
she
text
don't
last
even
week.
right.
So why are
Right.
you acting as if like to show you that you're a
See.
fan of the show? You're able
Man,
to know what is happening in the group. You're talking about she needs to take accountability. Like,
she needs to go do her
girl, shut
research.
up and just eat the free lunch that production is paying for
At this
you.
point,
Then Robin decides to go outside and call one again. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, how many
and
embarrassment do you want?
it
Is
is
that
so sad. And like at this point, I'm on one side. I understand one's frustration.
mm-hmm.
He's over it. At this point, I'm on his side because Robin is so dumb.
Oh my gosh, she's just something else. He said that she needs to be the bigger person. And I said, I'm like, you know what?
And
At
listen
least
to
he gave
them.
her proper advice
At
because she
least
really
he
needs
did.
to be the bigger
At
person.
least he did. And I was like, you know what? I can't be mad at one.
Then she decides to get yeah, after she was outside talking to her whatever he is to her, her roommate. Then Giselle decides to go outside and comfort Robin. Giselle then says that, oh, just don't engage with Candice. And I'm like, here we go. So
Yep.
no, you don't
Yeah.
engage with Candice, and no, you're happy that whatever issue she's having with Robin, no, you're not telling Robin to not engage with her. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
your MO recycled MO every season. I sold people. For someone to be the star
Mm-hmm.
of the show or the face of the show, you don't even know. At least with Nini, when she had issues with persons, she knew how
Yeah.
to at least bring the
E-
group together. You are the face
True.
of the show, and you are more concerned about your ego and icing out people instead of what's good for the show. And if you think Candice leaving the show is good for the show, I would really like to see what you guys
Mm,
or you girls can bring without someone like a Candice there as a key
mm-mm. They
player,
do
or
need a
even a
Candy.
Wendy being there as a key player. Because at the end of the day, you guys are not even bringing anything in your
Nah,
own
not
personal
really.
life or your own personal storyline. So I don't see why icing out someone is your MO when you guys are not even actually doing the job that you are supposed to be doing by
Because
sharing your
at
life.
this point, if it wasn't for Candice, Robin would not have a storyline.
Right. Um. Yeah. This to me was not really a worth episode worth spending on. I
Nah.
don't even recall. I remember what next week is coming with. I just saw the sneak peek. I think it has something to do with me and Gordon and Juan and Robin going out to some cooking class or some foolishness
Oh
like that.
Lord.
And I guess that's where he's going to talk about something about the hotel room and whatever the case might be. But again, it wasn't worth spending on. I just really need Potomac to get it
Mm-mm.
together. I know the season is
They
already
do.
filmed and finished. I really hope for the next season, the production team or the executives or everybody who is in charge actually look in to see what they can do to
It's time to
fix.
usher in a new era. I'm
Yeah,
tired of these old
usher
bitches.
in a new era. Like something is
Yeah.
happening, and I'm pretty sure they tried to do that with NECA. But like, why are you bringing on persons who are fans of the show
It,
and they're coming on with an hidden agenda instead of coming on actually trying to build
right.
an authentic friendship or relationship with the
Real Housewife
persons?
coming on to show their lives. I mean,
Yeah.
if a beef here, they're fine because like with a group of girls, at some point they're gonna have arguments and shit. And but
Hmm.
NECA did not come on like I mean in the few minutes of the first episode, I think they show that she's married to doctor guy and they got houses here, there, and everywhere.
I don't even know anything about these houses
Yes.
because all she's more concerned about is
But that was
the
it. That
supposed
was it.
phone
We know
calls she got.
nothing else about this girl aside from her having a beef with Wendy. Nah, they need to
Well,
do better.
do
But that's
rats better. Do
it.
you have any other thoughts to share regarding
Nah,
this
nah.
episode?
Mm,
Okay, so guys, we're going to leave it here this today. I'm so sorry if you were expecting a deep dive into this episode, but to me, it wasn't worth deep diving into
mm.
because it's the same thing every week. So I don't want to be a broken record repeating the same thing every week. So we'll see if next week brings anything differently. But until
Yeah,
then,
it's something worth
we
talking
will
about.
see you when we see you. And we hope you
Peace.
have a wonderful week.
Uh,
And we will see. And we will definitely
you did
go.
that?
No, I think it does that. And then you have a
Oh,
wonderful day and bye.
bye, y'all.